do you think the antique booths the antique malls will survive? Do you think it's going to be slow traffic when they come back? Do you think they won't come back? What do you think about our particular one? So what do you think? Do you think... Hi everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin and...
Blue Ridge Mama.
Blue Ridge Mama here. AKA...
I have a real name.
Hey, we never did a video for the end of February, right? And for our February sales at both our antique booths. I always do, well, I don't always, but I'm going to do Bell Treasures, and Blue Ridge Mama is going to do Needful Things. We have two booths at Bell Treasures, so there's always more sales there. And then March, when did they end? Like the 20th of March?
Yeah.
So they prorated our bill, and then the sales for March were obviously terrible until they cut it off. So our March sales are really pretty bad, but we'll talk about the February sales. But before we do, I want to talk about what you think. I didn't tell you this before the video. What do you think about, do you think the antique booths the antique malls will survive? Do you think it's going to be slow traffic when they come back? Do you think they won't come back? What do you think about our particular one? So what do you think? Do you think that people are going to come back to those fairly quick when this is all over? Or do you think a lot of them will fold? What do you think?
I sure hope they do. I just feel like that once everything opens back up, people are going to be everywhere, and I hope that they're going to be there just as much as anywhere else. It's going to be nice weather. You know, hopefully if it opens sometime here in the near future. People love walking up and down Main Street in Bedford, so it's a good location.
Yeah.
It's pretty touristy in the summer with D-Day and the peaks, but...
So I'm a little torn.
Yeah.
I've got two thoughts on this, and I want to know your opinion in the comments, because I don't know what the right answer is. But, you know, we're seeing a lot of sales on eBay right now. It's like Q4 in Q2. It's crazy sales. Like, I can barely keep up. Everything she lists, we sell. And I'm thinking maybe that once people are able to get back out again, there's two thoughts. One is they're going to want to go out and shop just to go out. Instead of buying online, they're tired of doing that. The second thought is...
They're going to have no money left.
Forget the financial issues. That's a totally other separate thing, which I'm not qualified to talk about too much. But my other thought maybe people are now used to buying the things that they would go out hunting for in the past, and now they've started to buy them online for the first, second, third time, and they're used to it and they like it, and they won't go back out to those places. That's a thought. Or maybe there's a lot of antiquers out there and a lot of people who never have done online selling who have been kind of... I suppose is true. I was thinking more along they were forced into doing it for income, because a lot of these people depend somewhat on this money. So, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking you were talking more about the people that are forced to buy what they're looking for online
I see.
Versus there's always going to be a segment of people that want to go see, touch, feel.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking, and I don't know if Blue Ridge, if Commonwealth Grammy's listening, but I know Commonwealth Grammy's not buying anything that she wants on eBay. And maybe there's some people who have been isolated who want to still collect those things, and maybe they've kind of been forced into learning it. I mean, they got all the time in the world, and now there's a whole online marketplace open to them, and that's where they're going to stay. I don't know. I'm curious to see. I'm also curious to see how these antique malls, how they're going to survive. I mean, how are they going to deal with this financially? Because we're obviously not paying rent for when we're not in there. And our next rent bill is going to be we've already paid it for June, assuming we're back in there in June. So I'm just curious. So if you own an antique mall, leave your opinion below. If you're in an antique booth, let us know what you think is going to happen. And then we'll show you what's sold. And you tell us if some of this stuff has been selling for you, or if not, what has been selling for you.
It seems like it's been like 6 months since I've been to the booth.
No doubt.
I know it hasn't.
You want to start? You want me to start?
I'll start.
All right, we don't have to pick every. We got so many. Yeah. Just pick 10 or 12.
So, Needful Things here. This is February. ages ago. So $66 profit. So
after all expenses, all everything included, including cost of goods.
I'm gonna start with jar of animals because I love my baby jar of animals, but I did mark them down to $2 still. Jar of buttons, a red rocking chair, which was a child-sized rocking chair, sold for $20, so that was a big one right there. Yellow Tupperware. Then you had stuffed animals, and I think a lot of them were Valentine's Day themed. So
I bought a bunch of at an auction that I don't know if I put it on the Commonwealth Flipper channel or not. I don't think so. It probably will come out next Sunday. And I bought a bunch of plush at an auction that I wanted to sell 5 or 6 pieces off on eBay. And these were just extras that I bought in a lot, and we put in there, and they sold fast.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them I put at 50 cents, but like this one person bought $5.50 worth. So there are a lot of frogs and hearts, and like I said, but
right
all of this sold,
Day.
yeah, like on the 8th of February, so right before Valentine's Day. 2 of the Atlas jars. I don't know if you were showing those in the video.
That one's on the Commonwealth Flipper, a private pick.
Yeah, so those 2 sold together for $14. A fishing reel. You had some vintage looking, just the reel parts. CD, a couple CDs and a couple DVDs on there, not crazy. Another big chunk of Tupperware. 3 more Tupperware for $6. Tupperware, $4. Then my favorite thing on here, block, $1. It's just those.
I know what
blocks.
it was. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would use them just to like raise things up. A book, and you sold also that Jack Daniel trash can, so that was good. And you sold 31 sports cards.
That was great. I bought that at a garage sale. I think it was the very, very first one GoPro video we did on the Commonwealth Picker channel. So if you go to the garage sale videos, the playlist on there, I think you'll find that one on there. And it was a fun one. And I bought those boxes probably for too much money, to be honest with you. I can't remember how much I paid, $7.50 a piece or something. And I just thought, hey, I don't think I can make much money on eBay selling these, but I'm going to sell them one at a time in the booth. And I have boxes and boxes of them. And we sold a few, and then somebody came in and bought every single one for $1 a piece, which was awesome. Yep. So that was a nice money maker.
So that's February.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
March?
Sure.
Okay. So March, guys, sit down for this one. $20.97. But I mean, come on, it's almost 2 weeks, and that's it.
A little over 2 weeks.
And not really, because people stopped.
And nobody was
out.
in there. Nobody was in there. I mean, I went in there to restock one time, and there it was crickets.
Yeah. So start out with DVDs, 2 hats, buttons. So I'm not even sure why she listed this together. I have no idea what this is. Buttons, $2, 3 eggs, and a bowl. I'm thinking I put some type of eggs that were something for Easter.
Yeah,
but I
can't remember.
remember.
Through those? We went through those, yeah.
Well, you give me so much stuff. It's kind of hard to remember now. Anyway. Another jar, actually 2 of them, so that was $10 right there on the ball mason jars. Fishing reels. 6 plastic bowls. I'm going to assume they were Tupperware.
The fishing reels, by the way, I bought a lot at a garage sale, and there was 3 or 4 that I thought were good enough to sell on eBay, and the rest just go in. So we're pure profit on everything we make after fees and stuff on those.
Oh, I didn't see that sold. A duck set. That is like one of... Yeah, but, yeah, right, it was the set. It was like a mallard and the
I guess
female.
That's what set means.
Right. That was like one of the very first things I bought at a Goodwill, thinking, oh, they're cute. Somebody will buy those. You remember which ones I'm talking about? The little wooden ducks. $7.
What'd you pay?
99 cents.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, yay. And an ashtray set.
All right.
$8. So, that about wraps that up.
All right, I'm not going to go through everything. We had a huge month in February at Bell Treasures. Yeah. I think our best month. Yeah. You got to understand, and this is nothing like some of you antique folks out there, you live in higher priced areas, you're selling bigger things. Basically, what we're selling is bulk buys at garage sales.
Yep.
With a little bit, when I try to get a better eBay deal, this is the leftovers. So we're not selling great stuff. We're selling stuff. And so anything we can make is really pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. And so to have a month like this for us, keep in mind the rent in our booths are $45. So 50 at one, I think, and 45 at the other, and then 50 at or 55 at the other one. At any rate, it's pretty cheap. So $322, I think, in sales, I think is what we got. And then the next month, which I'm not even going to talk about, it was pretty low. It was like $22. I hear a homeschool hustler. Come here, bud.
Why do you need so many GoPros?
Why do I need so many GoPros?
Yeah.
Here's Turner. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay. I don't know. Will you shut that door so we don't freeze?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little chilly.
And then we're going to finish this video up, and then we'll talk about it, all right?
Okay.
You're going to go back upstairs?
Yeah.
See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. One benefit of working so close to home there. And he is barefoot, by the way.
Well,
And
it
it's like
is, you know, it
50
was
degrees.
really warm, and it just, tonight got really cold. It's
All right.
April, man. We should be barefoot.
This is a perfect example. Some boxing gloves, which are some retail arbitrage gone bad. We still made a profit on selling in here. Easter stuff, Easter bunnies, Christmas ornaments, Easter ornaments, a schoolhouse Fisher-Price leftover from a giant lot that I bought. I don't know what soft-spoken is. I have no idea. Screwdrivers, little wooden screwdrivers. I'll buy some old tools, $3. Movies, lots of movies, and we paid like a dime a piece for these DVDs, which, to be honest with you, in the last month or so, I wish I'd have had all that stuff here. I'd have sold it all on eBay, but it's all down there, and we got tons
Or
of it.
we would have had something new to watch.
Yeah, a sinker, a vintage sinker for fishing, books, a ladder. We sold a ladder similar to this for $20. I usually pick them up for less than $5. Sailor Moon stuff sold. We have one booth that is basically
that was
vintage.
not Sailor Moon.
No, it
That
was
like knockoff.
Knockoff Sailor Moon. Minnie
Anyone
Mouse.
who knows what Sailor
Minnie Mouse keychain. This is actually the keychain that was sold for $1. Was a throw-in that Matt, part-time picker, I bought some stuff off of him, and he just dumped in a bunch of stuff. I think he's dumping his death pile on me and being nice, and we sold some of it off. We gave some to the kids, and we put some in the antique booth here. Another movie. VHS movies. We've sold 5 or 6 that month. It was a good month. A lot of records. They don't have a bunch of names on them here. Movie. Album. Record album. Buttons. Pins. Baby chicks.
Was this February still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have a few St. Patrick's Day Easter stuff out in February, so.
Wizard of Oz DVD. I had a VHS in there too.
Oh, that magazine rack sold. Yeah.
The magazine rack.
It was like cast iron.
Little cast iron magazine rack that we used to put records in. Then I found a better box, and we sold the rack off and made money on it. So that's good. A fishing rod that you told me would never sell, sold $11.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Baseball cards, 11 packs at $1 a piece. Stickers. Now these were your stickers. They were $1.25. So
They're
these were the
like scrapbook.
Those are actually
stickers.
from the Happy Little Accident.
Yeah,
and so I got to add those to the
ton.
total. Yeah, we made a bunch of a Rubik's Cube, and this is a modern one sold for $1. And so just looking through, I'm trying to find a big one. There was a big one. There it is. A turntable sold for $39. I bought it for $5. And some other big ones. Didn't you sell a picture? A backpack, an old hiking style backpack that I paid $3 for. That I think I had it listed on eBay and in the booth, sold in the booth for $25. But you had a picture.
Was that on?
You had a picture that, so maybe it was in March. Tell us, do you remember how much it was for, and do you remember how much you paid for it and what it was?
I paid $11.99 at Goodwill, and I cannot think of the guy's name. Something with an M. Mertz. If you find it. My grandmother had a picture in her hallway that was this woman playing a piano, and she had this long, like, scarlet dress on, and I always was just enamored by it. And so I had seen it in another thrift mall, I think actually in Needful Things, once upon a time. Anyway, he paints pictures like that. There's always, like, women in a parlor playing instruments, whatever. So I found one in Goodwill, and I'm like, I wonder if those are worth anything, and I looked them up, and they were, and I saw a couple of people actually in booths around us that were selling, you know, between 100 and 150 probably. I think I originally put 100 on there, and then I ended up marking it down. I think it sold for 75.
Yeah, and it's on here somewhere, and I, for whatever reason, I cannot. There's Shamrock Cross. Here, it's going to be on here somewhere.
Frederick
Mizzen. Frederick Mizzen. And you
that
paid
might not
$12,
be right.
and I'm like, you better be right about this. $12, you know, on our bar.
$11.99.
Yeah, for our budget, that's a little
I know,
much.
and it was huge.
And it took up a lot of space, but it didn't take that long, a couple months.
No, but you know when it finally sold, it had to be down on the ground for a while, and I finally got a space to open up, and it hung up, and then it sold.
Mm-hmm. Mason jars, $12 a piece, $24, and we paid less than $3 for those.
That's good.
In a big giant lot. Hand mixer. Oh, one of those little hand mixers I picked up on that sale too. Just throw in stuff. 10 snips, $5. Old tools. Let me know how you do with old tools. All of a sudden, we've sold every old tool we put in there sells. Maybe we don't put it. Doesn't matter what it is. It sells.
How old it is, and how old it looks, beat up it looks.
Raisin Men, Spider-Man backpack, Disney Dad mug. It's like the bane of my existence.
That finally
Tried to sell it on eBay for 3 years. I'm like, finally, just get it out of here. Put $1 on it and put it in the booth, and it's sold.
I like California Raisin turned into Raisin Men.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you're doing with it. Did you go into your booths at all and get the stuff out, try and sell it on eBay? Did you leave it all in there? Are you planning to get out? Is your antique mall charging higher price? What are they doing? Are they prorating? How are they handling the situation? Does that sound good?
Yep.
And maybe we'll put some video here. We can't show you video of the booth. Maybe I have some antique stuff they're not antiques, to price. And I would love to get it all priced while we're at home and the kids can help. And then put it in a bin and store it away and get it out of our way, get it out of our life so we can take it down to Needful Things. Hey, if you're ever in town and we ever get out of this mess, Needful Things and Bell Treasures. We have 2 booths. You go in there and say, where's Commonwealth Picker's booth? And say, he told me personally I'll give you 10% off if you get anything. So you can definitely do that. That would be awesome. Maybe send us a message and we'll meet you down there. Who knows? So you want to say goodbye?
See you later.
All right. See you next time.